Well, this has been quite the crazy week. Let me go ahead and give you a rundown of what happened. When I first got up to head on the road for the week and a half trip, 3 events, getting the camper ready and everything, the jack broke off. So I couldn't jack up the camper to get it on the truck or anything. I had to use a auto jack to jack it up to put it on the truck. I almost just left without the camper and said, screw it. But I'm like, you know what? Damn it. We're men. We can make this happen. We can make it work. So we, for the first stop, we used a bunch of blocks and an auto jack to jack up the camper to be able to put it in place and get it on the truck and get it off the truck and all that stuff. And then I got so sidetracked by that, I actually, because I have those clinics that are going on today, which, by the way, you still have time to sign up for that clinic. We got a 1 o'clock clinic here in Coldwater, Ohio at Playmore Lanes. And then we have a 6 o'clock tonight. So if you're in the area and you want to come, you can walk in. You don't have to sign up online. You can walk right in. I think we still have 4 spots in each session still available. So make sure to come on in. And even if we fill up, I'll let you in anyway. We'll make it work. We'll make it happen. So walk on in, come on in, 1 o'clock or 6 o'clock. We got 2-hour clinics going on. They're only $54.95, and you're getting all 3 of my books, talking about the release, the mental game, and then the stat keeper. So keep that in mind. But anyway, and that's what I forgot. I got all the way to Findlay, which is a 2-hour drive, not that bad, and I forgot all the books for the clinic. Damn it. So drove all the way home after Findlay was over, grabbed my books, grabbed all the stuff that I forgot. There was more than just my books that I forgot, by the way. And then drove all the way back, and I went and bought a new jack. I went and got an electric jack instead of one that I have to crank up by hand, so I just paid the extra money for one that I could just push the button and it'll jack it up. Works great, by the way. That was a good investment. And then we got here, and my boy got sick. He had like a overnight bug. So we got to, where were we? We were in Minster then, and all of a sudden my boy got sick, and just to know, like a 24-hour bug. It was weird. He woke up in the middle of the night puking, and that was not good. But he was good the next day. I don't know what happened. I don't know what was going on, but for some reason he just couldn't keep anything down, any water or anything. He said he didn't feel sick, but just kept puking. It was really strange. What else happened? Yeah, in that event, we won't even talk about what happened in the events. That was kind of normal stuff. Then we get to Coldwater, and I missed that cut by 6 pins. Missed that cut by 6 pins. I ended up 33rd out of 32 that make the cut. Pretty sweet. Not a big deal there. But then, it just wasn't things weren't going well. I mean, I cashed in the first 2 events, so I was all right. Paid for the trip, just those 2 events alone. So not a big deal, not a big loss. But the real kicker was I found out my favorite TikTok got banned. Apparently, I'm not allowed to talk about certain things on there. And any of you that actually have followed on there or knew who I was on there, you saw some pretty epic conversations and arguments on there. It was fun. But it got banned, and that thing was doing good. It had like 95,000 followers and all that. I appealed it, so hopefully I get it back because they actually owe me money on there. So it's not a small chunk of change either, but either way, so that sucks. So now I only have my JR Raymond TikTok. So if you catch me on there, make sure to go follow that page, because we're going to use that one. That one's only bowling related and everything. Maybe do some goofy stuff, but that's about it. We're not getting into all the stuff that we were talking about on my other channel. The other channel was fun. It was way more fun. I put way too much time into that channel, to be completely fair. But yeah, so that got banned. That sucked. Probably rightfully so. I don't know. I can't tell. I was being mean at times. Bad JR. Don't be mean. Okay, I'm not being mean no more. So no more doing that. I wasn't being mean. I was being truthful. I was being honest. Like, people just don't get certain things, and it was just like, I'm not going to go into it. But anyway, so then Coldwater event was over, and yesterday we woke up with no power. Well, apparently water leaked into my plug and short-circuited the entire plug. So I had to go out and buy a new plug, rewire the wire, make it so it's sealed up, and plug it back in. I couldn't figure out why it still wasn't working, and then because it threw the breaker off at the building we were plugged into, and burned up our cords, the electrical cords, the extension cords. Didn't realize those were burned up, so I had to trash those, about 100 feet of electrical cord. And then I bought new cord to rewire and get this just so we can plug in. but plugged it into the generator because I knew that breaker was out, and generator wasn't even giving it power. I'm like, what the hell? And then I went back and forth to Menards trying to figure out, is it my cord? Is it, what is it? What's going on? Finally, I got back and realized the generator has fuses too. I bet you it popped a fuse on the generator when I tried to plug in, because I originally tried to plug in the bad cord thinking we just blew a breaker. Didn't realize water ran into the actual plug itself at first. So I plugged it into the generator and it popped a fuse in the generator. So it wasn't getting power. So once I rewired it and everything and plugged it back in and realized that the fuse was popped on the generator and just pushed the fuse back in, we were good to go. And we had power. And then I just got the breaker back on. So now we're all good. Bought new cords and everything. Everything's good. We're handled. But yeah, so now we got those clinics today. And those are going to go great. I added some new info, some different things into that about entry angle. I'm going to buy a whiteboard right now so we can talk about layouts a little bit more in depth, and how the core changes and everything, how the layouts work out. So it's going to be a good time. A couple of classes. I'm excited for them. Hope you guys can show up if you're in the area. Even if you're within a couple hours, probably worth the drive. For $55, getting 3 books out of it and you get the class, I would probably show up. So play more lanes. If you want to sign up on 10 Pin Doctors, that helps. If not, you can just show up. But I'm out of here. Appreciate y'all. We'll see you later.